More bucket list riding. Location, Romania. Riding buddies, a bunch of New Zealanders. We are on tour with Carpathian Adventures and riding the same tracks used in the Romaniacs Extreme Enduro event. Last year's Romaniacs was called Vertical Madness, and it's not hard to see why. It's a never-ending series of climbs and descents through the Carpathian Mountains, and the Gold Class riders are put through some insanely steep terrain. Gold Class riding? Not for us Muppets. We are mainly sticking to bronze level tracks, and believe me, these are hard enough when you spend up to 8 hours a day on the bikes. Thankfully, we often get to do a lot of flat tracks and roads between the villages and relax before the next foray into the mountains. In this vid, we will feature a typical long descent, which can easily take an hour or more before you hit the valley and start climbing again. As I said, bucket list riding. A long way from base, so we overnighted in this secluded, traditionally Romanian hotel. Everyone is pretty stiff from yesterday's ride, so thankfully we have plenty of time to warm up on some easy tracks and roads through various villages. Those mountains in the distance are today's destination. Here's the summit. I covered the climb up in a previous video, so today we will be focused on the long descent. It's engines off when possible to ensure we will get to the next fuel stop. These leaves make it tricky. You don't know when there are trees, roots, rocks or wet clay just under the surface. The off-camber sections across the slope present their own issues too. There's always the chance of a rock or root throwing the front wheel offline, and the bike could cartwheel a long way down that slope. Woohoo! Oh. Very soft bed. It
is a nice soft bed. There's a couple of prickles here for some.
Every now and then there's a nice tricky little section like this to keep us on our toes.
Yeah.
Interesting feature of these Romaniacs tracks is so often you get multiple lines. In the race, some of the bronze class riders will get stuck, so others find all these alternative lines.
Oh, looks like fun.
And often you don't know if you picked the steep bit until it's too late, as two of our guys found out.
Whoa! I can't believe he saved that. Good work.
It's taking a while to warm up those sore muscles today. In previous days, most of us have been gripping the bike a lot with our legs to take the pressure off our arms.
Oh, fuck.
And by the end of the day, it just means you are sore all over.
Come on.
Thankfully, we have an old-fashioned wood-fired spa back at base.
Oh shit. Fuck. Gotta be careful here. Pretty steep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
It has been an invaluable way to loosen up at the end of a day's ride.
How much fun is this? Bloody hell.
And get ready for the next onslaught.
Oh, so good.
The process goes something like this. And these are the guys just waiting to jump in the spa. You can see the professionalism in the choice of wood and the chopping.
Look at that. That is perfect for the spa pool.
A master craftsman.
A craftsman. Plenty of this in the spa, another half an hour, and we are so good to go. Man, I'm looking forward to it. The body's a bit sore.
Now, of course, temperature control is critical with this 17th century technology, so if it gets too hot,
Some cold water.
we have cold water.
Pretty high tech. We've got plums in the bottom. Plums in the bottom? Yeah, we've got plums in there, man.
You can never have too much.
You can never have too much.
And it goes.
Man, it's just beautiful in these forests. It's just so good to occasionally take the time and just check it out. It really is some amazing countryside. Then you got to speed up again. Lucky, camera wasn't on.
Clip the tree.
Yeah, I've clipped 2 or 3 trees now. I don't know if it's because my handlebars aren't this wide back at home, or if it's just being a shitty rider. It's not a crash. What cracked?
Headlight.
Ah, bugger. I'm trying not to lock the rear wheel up, but it's a bit hard with all this rocky stuff. Yeah, she's a bit greasy there. She doesn't look that steep, but you can just see the roots here. You just don't know what's underneath. And while we're talking about descents, again, I don't really know that much about them, but it is good to try and be like human ABS. Was it the automatic braking system? And try to lock the rear wheel up or front wheel as little as possible. Gives you a lot more control. And especially under this leaf, the leaf matter or the leaf layer, you just don't know if there are roots or rocks or a bit of a hole. So you certainly want to keep your front wheel quite light. I'm in that default body position that keeps your weight to the rear. So So your front wheel's less likely to get knocked around by shit you can't see. That's the theory anyway.
We're almost back down to the valley, so I hope you've enjoyed seeing just a few bits from the long descent on a typical bronze track at Romaniacs. Remember to check out our training vids, guys. There are over 100 vids now, covering things like descents, drop-offs and body positioning. Catch you later.